Armstrong, G, female, 15, apprehended in process of burglary of a habitation, complaint pending, assault, probation violation, 2 prior convictions, parent notification attempt, unsuccessful. College, Margaret, also known as Sunny, female, 16, investigation of aggravated assault and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Action pending verified information, Woodson PD. Sanderson, Jeffrey, also known as Skip, male, 16, driving under the influence, second offense, driving without a license, resisting arrest, probation violation, parent notification attempt, unsuccessful. Miller, Carrick, female, 16, leaving the scene of an accident, hit and run, parents notified. Marley, Andrew, male, 15, communicating gambling information, specifically delivery of bookmaking and numbers receipts. 5 previous arrests. Varying charges. All dismissed on basis of incompetency. Remanded to the Department of Human Resources 5 times. Guardian notified. Bowser, Anna Elizabeth, female, 14, theft over $20 and under $200. Specifically, shoplifting. Parents notified. Simpson, Charlotte, also known as Pinky, alias Charlotte Singleton and T.J. Simpson, female, 16, delivery of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, carrying a prohibited weapon, unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, resisting arrest, probation violation, 5 prior convictions. Parents refused to appear. Probation officer notified. Doe, James, arrest number 773. Female, approximately age 13. Investigation of runaway. Resisting arrest. Refuses to give name, address, parent name, or location. Department of Human Resources notified. Parents unknown.
My, is this Saturday night or not? Where are all the regulars? Ah, here's a familiar face, Andy the Veg.
Don't you call me that.
Andy the Veg. Why don't you want me to call you that, Andy the Veg?
Don't. I know you. Don't call me that.
What shall I call you?
Why do you call me that?
What's 2 and 2?
4.
4 and 4?
8.
8 and 8.
Why do you call me that?
What they got you for, Andy the Veg? White collar crime? Counter spy intelligence ring? What, Andy the Veg?
Don't you call me that. I don't know what they got me for. But I've got to get out. I've got to deliver the bags.
Plastic bags?
No, paper bags. With papers in them. If I don't deliver the bags, I'll get fired. I can't get fired. I have trouble getting jobs.
No.
I've got my present. I can't get fired.
You could get a job in a salad, Andy the Veg.
Don't you call me that.
Back off from him. What's it to you?
You've got him enough.
Who are you, Brownie the Veg?
Gene, and I like being left alone.
Bet that's how the guys spend their Saturday night.
You got a mouth that needs shutting.
Come get it, sister!
Knock it off in there.
What, no square dancing? We'll settle this later.
You can ask for your Medicare card.
see a cat fight badge? Don't you call me that! See what you did?
Can you ever forgive me?
I don't like that name.
Why can't everybody just leave him alone? Yes, leave him alone.
Aren't mothers getting younger these days? You want to rock him to sleep? I'll find you a rock.
What have you got to be so mighty about?
I shouldn't be in here. So I was a little drunk, so I got balloon breath. So what? Booze rots my guts, their mind to rot.
Yeah, on for that.
Anyway, I'm not the menace on the street. Do you know who is? Old people. I was out on the interstate on Monday, rush hour, bumper to bumper. We were moving okay, 60, 65. Then it's like somebody put up a wall. Two geezers are poking along in the center and right lanes, maybe 50 miles an hour. Happy hour was sliding away, and I was sitting there practically parked. The left lane was full of people going 90. But this long, clear stretch was coming up on the right. So I just whipped it over the shoulder, 2 wheels on the grass and 2 on the pavement. I opened her up, hit 70, 80, and passed those fools. I started to pull back on, but then I saw this light pole a couple 100 feet in front of us. Sammy was riding with me that day. He's always been a real old lady about my driving, so I figured here was my chance. I headed straight for that pole. I thought Sammy was going to climb out to the vent window. Get back on the road, man. I was maybe 10 feet from the pole when I cut back onto the highway. Couldn't have missed it by a foot. Sammy just fell over.
Great joke. Almost kill yourself and your friend.
Never even came close. I could tell how far something's in front of the car no matter how fast I'm going. I could judge even better after a few drinks. Really. Better.
Thinking.
What?
My brother was an alcoholic, and after his third fall, they sent him to AA.
Who are you calling an alcoholic?
Drunks rationalize everything.
Oh, it's okay. I'm coming off my little buzz every second. But how about you? You don't think I see the signs coming on? The moves, the eyes darting around? Sure, I'm getting better every second. But how about you? How about her? Maybe some of the others too. I haven't made a comprehensive junkie count.
Shut up!
Sure, I'm getting better every second. But how about you?
I wonder if there's some primitive place left in this world. A place with trees and beaches, warm weather all year, and lots of children to play among it all. They could run on the sand and chase each other in the surf like dolphins.
Aunt Carrie, you're sitting with us tonight, aren't you? You promised.
Of course. I'll be there. I wouldn't need much. Just a quiet place near the beach so I could watch the children. And if one got too far into the surf, I could swim out and bring him back. Or if the weather turned bad, I could shout to them so they'd run and cuddle in their huts with their families until the storm had passed.
Don't go, Carrie. Stay tonight, too.
I'll keep you Friday again. You pick the books we'll read. I wouldn't need much. I'd stay there forever. Or until machines started coming in. Machines are the evil in us. We all look for something to kill. Like I killed.
He's not dead, Carrie. Don't think about it.
What else can I think about? Every night for the rest of my life, I'll see that curly brown head in that striped shirt. I'll see it for the split second before I crushed it under the machine. Before I tried to drive so far and so fast that it didn't ever happen. that many nights.
Hands inside the bars, girl.
What's she gonna do, bend 'em?
You know the rules, Pinky.
Yeah, I know 'em.
Hey, you, in the corner. You ready to talk? You're just making it tough on yourself. All right. Keep it up, kid. Don't say anything and they can't hang anything on you.
Or they can stick you with everything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be around when something happens.
Oh, yeah, right. Really, officer, you know, I was just standing there, and then these 7 guys jumped right in front of my machine gun.
You don't have to do anything. Can they hear me? They don't listen.
Nobody listens to anybody in here anyway.
Well, we've been smoking. A bunch of us. You know, just standing around, listening to some music. And it got to where everything was funny. So we smoked some more. And it got funnier and funnier. But then it just dropped. I was so bored I could have eaten the walls to get out of there. So Hank says,
Let's go get some beer.
I didn't want any, but it was better than staying. We pulled up at the Pack Mart. And the guy that worked there, he was playing some video game. He didn't even look up when we came in. He just kept shrugging his shoulders the way guys do when they're destroying the universe with those things. Well, Hank pulled 2 six-packs out of the cooler, and he started bugging on this guy to wait on him. But he just kept saying,
Just a second, just a second.
like he was going for a world record or something. Well, Hank was pretty far gone, and he kicked the plug out. That guy came unglued. He threw Hank up against the wall, and he started beating on him. Next thing I know, Hank was a knife. He had it in his pocket or was on the shelf, and he stabbed it right in that guy's face. And this guy, he's screaming and shaking Hank, but he can't see. And then Hank grabbed his hand and smashed that guy on the head. He dropped. He wasn't moving. But Hank just stood there shaking his head. Then he just threw the can down and grabbed me and pushed me into the car. We sideswiped a car that was pulling into the lot, and I could see that it was some kids from the party. Hank saw them too, and he started twitching like he was having a fit.
Don't know who did it.
I didn't do anything.
You're with me, aren't you? We gotta get out of here.
I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to cross him. We stayed on back roads to avoid the interstate.
Once we make it to the city, we'll just fade into the crowd.
We got to the city about sunrise, but Hank got even crazier. His eyes kept darting around, and he was twitching again. He saw a cop parked by the curb, and he took off about 80 miles an hour. That cop didn't even see him, but when Hank took off, he called in the rest of the cops in the world. We were running lights and taking corners at 50 miles an hour, and I slammed against the dashboard, and I kept screaming, "Hank, stop! Please stop!" But he wouldn't. He steered off a lamppost and took a right down an alley. Tried to make it between that truck and the wall, but the last second he panicked and tried to stop, and we skidded sideways into the truck. Hank sighed first. I saw red in front of my eyes. I guess I passed out. And when I came to, Hank was bent over the wheel, and he had blood coming out of the corner of his eye. Well, they tell me that Hank's going to be all right, but I don't know. I don't know.
And Bella,
Am I getting out?
your lawyer.
Lawyer? I don't need a lawyer. It's going to be fixed.
This way.
I'm Elizabeth Sims. Your father contacted me.
I don't need a lawyer. It's going to be fixed.
It's not that simple. Stores are prosecuting now as a matter of policy.
They don't put this in the newspaper, do they?
No.
If we go back to school, I don't know what I'd do. I couldn't face that.
Tell me what happened.
She wouldn't listen, so there wasn't any other way. We have a charge account at the store, so I figured if I got caught, they'd just put it on that and not make any fuss. Well, I took 2 outfits into the dressing room. I put my own clothes on over one and the other over the counter while the clerk was busy. But then she followed me. And when she caught up, she saw the other stuff under mine. Then they called the police. Just called the police. Even after I told them who I was. Isn't there some way to fix it? Surely Daddy can do something.
We'll do everything we can to emphasize first offense.
Can I go home now?
The processing isn't finished. Once they set bail, we can get you out.
And when will that be?
Well, it's busy downstairs. It could take most of the night. Guard, don't discuss this case with anyone. We'll get you out as soon as we can.
Well, are they going to give you the chair, or are you hoping for lethal injection?
Why is everybody your personal target?
Because everybody deserves it. Look around here. Juvenile detention. Aren't you all just the pick of the crop, though?
And you're not locked up?
Junior, inside, just like outside, there is an order to things. You have your higher life forms, and then you have your crawling things that eat their way through the dirt.
You are scum.
I am former scum. Scum. The streets are full of earth eaters, and I see that they get taken every day. It's everybody else's turn. I've had mine. I was on the receiving end, hanging out with the losers, scratching around for a connection of some fourth-rate stuff so laced up with powdered sugar you'd more likely get diabetes than anything else. Then I took a look around. I've been down here for 2-bit theft and extortion and burglary. I've done some time. I knew that there was nothing but more of the same facing me. I decided if I was going to take a fall, it might as well be worth it. So I moved into management. Then all those empty eye sockets could come to me, on my terms. Whatever I wanted, they came through with it. And me, raking off the best, no charge. If one crossed me or undercut me with somebody else, he might not get his for a while. Or I'd cut it way down and make him think he'd slip deeper. You ought to see him panic when they come back and say it wasn't enough. So what if somebody catches you at it? Cutting the stuff? What are they gonna do? Call the police? If he kicks you, just say, here's some better, on the house. Hey, mistakes happen. And you give him some more with maybe a little more strychnine, or 3 times as much even. You won't have that problem again. Word hits fast when somebody comes up gagging. Maybe business will slack off for a day or 2. But then the pains start again, and those smiling jerks are back knocking at your door, just like you were their guardian angel in a candy store, all rolled into one.
Once a Johnsky?
Nah, I don't do hard stuff anymore. Maybe once in a while. Rarely. No sweating for me. No sweating. They can keep me a week, man. I'll be fine. 2 weeks. No sweat. How you feeling, scum?
Hey, the corner. You got anything to say yet? All right.
They want me to talk. They just hang out so it right. See, I've done my talking, and I've done my listening too. I've heard
swamp.
You belong under one.
Hey, 2 points.
I've been in several of those homes, and sister, you are right. There are always girls who've been there a long time, and you are going to be exactly what they're looking for.
Stop it!
Shut up! Because those girls don't like to get their own cigarettes, and make their own beds, and wash their own clothes. They'd rather have somebody else do it for them. Of course, you can say no, but it's amazing how many friends they have and how persuasive they can be. So, there's your choice. A slave or your guts on a plate maybe twice a day. So you become her personal property and she takes care of you and you take care of her and anyone else she wants you to take care of. And you're safe unless one day maybe somebody has a lipstick or a blouse that she might want. And then she'll negotiate a trade and you are it. So you get a new big sister and the process goes on until you're a big sister yourself. If you live that long. Yeah, girl, keep your mouth shut. And remember to embroider a sign for yourself. There is no place like home.
Hey, girl. No, her.
What?
Thank you.
For what?
For, they were calling me that name.
Yeah.
Well, when somebody does something for you, you're supposed to say thank you. I learned that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wish they'd let me out of here. I've got to deliver the bags or I'll get fired and I have trouble getting jobs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're in here for?
Burglary of a habitation.
What?
Burglary of a habitation, a house.
Oh. You didn't hurt anybody or kill anybody, did you?
They got me for burglary of a habitation. The front door was open. Weird, isn't it? They're almost always open. Or there's a key under the doormat or in the mailbox. Looked like he lived alone. But I wasn't really worried about him because I had to make my connection. And I really needed it. It looked like an old guy's place. Old books and pipes around. Everything dusty. His TV was too big, and it was black and white anyway. And those people never have stereos. There wasn't much in the back either. But I knew people that age had to have money hidden somewhere. The Depression or something made them that way. Well, I was digging around in the back, in his shoes. The money's hidden there a lot of the times. But I heard the front door open. He'd be blocking the hallway, and I was stuck. So I crouched down.
Who's there?
I heard him coming into the bedroom, so I quit breathing.
Who's there?
I heard him touch the doorknob, and I slammed against the door! When I looked up, he was holding a gun on me.
You're a girl. What do you want?
I was just trying to get warm. He wasn't having it.
Get out from there.
I saw a cane leaning in the corner, so I grabbed it and smashed his hand, and I snatched the gun up. A lighter. He'd been covering me with a cigarette lighter. All right, I know it's here someplace. Where is it?
Why are you doing this?
Just give me the money, and I'll get out of here. Then he really set me back.
You want it for drugs, don't you? You can't have it. Not for that.
Where is it?
If you're hungry, I'll give you some food. If you need something, I'll try to help you, but not for that.
Where is it?
You're going to have to use that. I'm not giving you any of my money.
Well, I was really strung by that time, and I just started swinging that cane at him. He never said anything, never yelled or anything. I could tell he was really hurt, but I didn't care. Like he was the only thing between me and the canine all time. And again, and the cops were on me. The ambulance guys, they were fixing to and I know what I'm doing.
They're ready to process these people. Sanderson, Collins, Simpson, Fowler, Miller, and Doe. And you. Somebody will be back from DHL for you, Andy.
What about me?
They're not ready for you yet.
Why not?
Another charge is pending.
What other charge? He wouldn't sign a complaint.
You may be processed on the adult side.
Adult side?
The old man died, Chief. The autopsy will determine the charge.
When I'm not in jail, and I'm really not in jail very much, they always put me with nice people. Then the police come and get me, and I never know what it's about. Somebody told me once that it's wrong to hurt people or to kill people, and that you get put in jail for it, or maybe even killed yourself for doing it. But I didn't hurt anybody or kill anybody. I told them I didn't, and they kept asking me why I said it, and I said, well, because it was true. And then some nice police officer would come in and say, and I told him I didn't hurt anybody or kill anybody. And he'd just say, I know, Andy, I know. Well, I was glad he was there. I'd stay in jail for maybe a day or 2 days, and then they'd take me to meet some new nice people. I don't know what happens to the nice people I was with before. Maybe they move away while I'm in jail. I had some special people a long time ago. Real special for some reason. I can't remember why. And they moved away too. Just one day I woke up and they were gone, and I didn't know where. And I cried, I think. And I stayed there waiting a long time for them to come back, but they didn't. And I got real hungry. I remember that. I started looking for something to eat out behind the place where we lived, and there were a few things. And I found this cat I liked a lot. And then this lady came to talk to me, and I started to meet the nice people again. The first ones. They said I couldn't keep the cat. Well, I was kind of sad about that, but they were nice, and I was with them a long time, and I didn't go to jail or anything. But then one day I did. And when I got out, I guess they'd moved. I get kind of scared in jail. People aren't nice in there sometimes, and they do things to me that make me hurt. And I'll try to make them stop, but they won't. And they won't stop because there's maybe 2 or 3 of them, and I'm strong, but I can't stop them, 2 or 3 of them. And sometimes they have a knife, and I'm scared of it. And what if that nice police officer isn't there when they bring me in, and I tell them I didn't hurt anybody or kill anybody, and they don't believe me? They might kill me then. But I'll meet the nice people soon. Maybe tomorrow. And they won't move away this time. And I won't go to jail again. And I'll go back where I lived and find that cat and bring him back with me. Everything will be all right then. Everything will be all right.
probation. Collins, Margaret, Sonny, accessory to aggravated assault and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Guilty. 6 months juvenile detention, suspended to 3 years probation. Sanderson, Jeffrey, Skip. Accused killed in one vehicle accident while awaiting trial. 2 passengers also killed. Ballard, and theft, shoplifting, guilty. Sentenced to 1 year of weekend work in local retirement home and 2 years probation. Simpson, Charlotte, Pinky, delivery of a controlled substance, guilty. Possession of a controlled substance, guilty. Carrying a prohibited weapon, guilty. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, guilty. Resisting arrest, guilty. Tried as an adult. Sentenced to 5 years at state detention facility and 10 years probation. Marlon, Andrew. Gambling violation. Charges dropped. Remanded to Department of Human Resources. Doe, Jamie, arrest number 773. Remanded to Department of Human Resources pending further information. Housed at Simmons County Minimum